Hello everybody and welcome to today's Nightwave reset video for September 21st, 2025. Let's see what we have going on this week. The objectives this week, as always, we have the kill 500 enemies, complete 15 missions, and kill 30 Xmas units. These are here every week, so if you need the points, make sure you do them because you cannot recover these objectives. Then we've got the Price of Freedom, free 1 captured Solaris using a random crown. Now these guys are some Fortuna people. You will see them in basements on Corpus maps. It does not matter what the type of random crown you use to free them is, and it will usually give you like 75 to 100 rep points or so. Not a lot of rep, but hey, at least it's something for helping them out. Then we've got Mirror Mirror, defend both mirror defense objectives 3 times each in a single mission. So that means you have to stay for 3 sets. Now there's 2 different mirror defenses. There is the one in the Agrex Labs maps on Deimos that does have the chance to drop tome mods for the Tremor. And then there is the Citrine defense in Tiana Pass on Mars. And then we've got Test Subject, complete 8 Zones of Sanctuary Onslaught. If you have anything that you need to forma, this is an excellent week to do so. Or if you have some new items to level, because this means a lot of people will be out doing Sanctuary Onslaught, although there usually are a lot of people anyway. Then we've got kill 100 enemies with a Necromech. This is really easy. You can just do this during bounties. You can also do in the Railjack, the Sentient maps with the, I don't know if it's like Murik's defense, I don't know, but it's in the Railjack maps, and there is the one Orphix, that's it, it's the Orphix ones. So those you can use your Necromech in. This might be a really good place to get those kills. And then there's Expressive Play 1 emote, easiest 1,000 points you'll ever get in your whole life. And now I already did these, but there is pick up 15,000 credits, super easy. And then kill 10 enemies while sliding. You can either kill 10 enemies while sliding with a weapon, or you can do abilities and just slide while your abilities are going. And then in the credit offerings this week, as always, there's that first row and a half. Not really going to talk about it because it's always there. We do have a Loki Swindle helmet. It is an average Loki helmet. There is a Gauss Mag helmet. Personally, I'm not a fan of this, but if this works for you and you like it, that's great. And then we've got a Banshee Reverb helmet. Personally, I don't like this helmet, but there are worse helmets out there, so. Then we've got a Necros Rachnis helmet. I like this one. I use it on my Necros. There is an Ash Locust helmet. It's interesting. It's there. It's an option. And then we've got the Wisp Gaoth helmet. I think that if you don't have any of the premium or the paid Wisp skins, this is probably the best free alternative helmet that you can get, because you just have to get it with the credits and craft it. There is a Temple Rocket helmet. Since Temple is newer, she doesn't have a whole lot of options, so here is another fashion option for her. We've got a Mirage Harlequin helmet. This is a pretty good helmet. There's a Gara Virago helmet. It is an average Gara helmet. There is a Titania RA helmet. I don't like this one as good as the Mab helmet, but you know, it's a pretty good helmet. There are frames that have lots of ugly helmets like Hydroid, and then there are frames with lots of good helmets like Titania. There is an Ash Scorpion helmet. I think this is okay. We've got a dual Kara's Solstice Skin Blueprint if you enjoy playing with this weapon. There is a Vauban Armistice helmet. This is on my top 5 most hated helmets. I absolutely cannot with the little face binky pacifier thing that is prevalent on so many of these helmets. This is just, oh, I can't with this helmet. Okay, moving on, we've got the Volt Storm helmet, which I think is also ugly, but I guess it's slightly less ugly than that Vauban one, so there's that to be said for it. We've got an Ember Phoenix helmet. It's an average Ember helmet, and I actually like this one. There is an Equinox List Hurt helmet. It looks very, like Valkyrie-ish. It's okay. We've got a Cycron Solstice skin if you enjoy playing with this weapon. There is a Caliban Cranion helmet for an alternate helmet form. We've got a Mirage Trivlin helmet. I don't like this one as much as the other one earlier, the Harlequin one. We've got a Banshee Chorus helmet. I think this is an okay helmet. There is a Nova Slipstream helmet. I like this a lot better than the basic helmet on just the plain Nova. We've got the Jade Aureote helmet. I think this is a good helmet. I like this a whole lot. We've got the Atlas Tartarus helmet. I don't really have an opinion on this. There is a Rhino Vanguard helmet, which I think is kind of okay. We've got a Vauban Esprit helmet. This is also on my top 5 most hated helmets. I just cannot. This is super ugly. Ugh, moving on. We've got a Fulmin Solstice skin. There is a Zaku Kinsu helmet, my favorite helmet to use on Zaku. And then in mods, we've got Wild Frenzy for the Dracata. We've got Deadly Maneuvers for the Magnus. That is Magnus Singular, not the Ek Magnus. We've got Combat Reload for the Tigris. Now bear in mind this is a headshot only mod, so probably not that useful worth using a mod slot on. We've got Dizzying Rounds for the Bronco. That is Bronco Singular, not the Ak Bronco. We've got the Pistol Scavenger Aura. Not that useful, but hey, if you like collecting, there it is. We've got the Bursting Mass for the Mutalist Quanta. Seems pretty interesting. We've got the Loot Detector Aura. It's a good aura to slot in if you've got absolutely nothing else. We've got an Atarax Desert Camo skin. There is a Karak Desert Camo skin. There's a Wolf Beacon if you haven't fought the Wolf before and you would like to see him. There is a Glassmaker Sigil. A Saturn 6 scene for the Captura. There is a Heat Sword Blueprint if you have not leveled this for mastery points or would actually like to use it. There is a Kinetic Siphon Trap decoration. There's a Glassmaker Ornament. There is this week the Saturn 6 Sindana. If you do not play when the season rewards were the Saturn 6 set, you can now get them for current Nightwave credits. There's a Nightwave Ornament. And then there is a Purging Slash for Excalibur. We've got Shrapnel Rounds for the Marelock. And we've got Brainstorm for the Crocata. That's Crocata Singular, not the twin Crocatas. We've got Chrism Guard for Mirage. This is an excellent, I would say this is like an S tier mod that you can get in the Nightwave store. This basically turns her 4th ability into a laser turret instead of just the ball of floating off the side of whatever map you're on. So if you have Mirage, I definitely recommend checking this out. If you don't, maybe you want to check the price of what these sell for in the market and see if you want to pick some up to sell them. And then we've got the Saturn 6 shoulder plates. These, like I said before with the side data, these are available again for credits. They were from the past season, so there they are. That's it for this week's Nightwave Reset video. I hope this information helped you, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.